Welcome back! I'm Bliss.
Whitney.
Jamie. We're watching Breaking Bad.
Season 3.
Episode 3. I'm gonna take 2 chocolate puffs.
Please don't mix it with Chex Mix. No, that's bold mix. What are we doing? Those aren't friends.
Not friends. Here's the story of the pillows. Friends went to Alaska.
They got us some
There were
pillows.
some pillows. And it was a B, bear for Bliss, and a W, wolf for Whitney. So it worked out kind of perfect.
It did.
And it absolutely fits our aesthetic of what in the world is going on here.
Completely.
I've been touching my hair a lot. Oh, speaking of touching my hair. I'm in the airport on my way home from Denver 2 days ago, Saturday. And, pardon me, I'm very early at the airport. So I go and I get a meal, I have a glass of wine, and I'm just chilling, roll up to my gate, sit down, mountains are all here, whatever. I look up and it's my ex with his parents sitting directly across from me at our gate. The first, not my first kiss, but the first boyfriend I had where we would make out. You know, for me it was this jarring human person with his parents. And I was like, hey, and this glass of white wine is making the edges kind of blurry. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, hey. And we start catching up. And all of a sudden I found that I've been touching my hair. Yeah. So anyways. Yeah.
Was anybody with you that at the
No!
end? She was like, Bliss. you
Literally
were
just
freaking
me,
out the whole time.
very hyper aware of all the things my body is doing as I'm very awkwardly
They probably walked
out of
That
context.
poor girl. I
Yes.
wonder what happened to her.
In the middle of Colorado, flying back to Nashville, and here I am that's crazy. So what are you doing now? Couldn't stop touching my hair.
That's perfect.
It was horrible.
I'm happy about it.
I guess it's my most stressed response. Anyways. I can smell this scene.
Hay dos clases de hombres.
Wait, he's
dead.
Tortuga.
Toman y los que sirven.
There they are. So they work for this.
So do you still find that one guy attractive?
I think I do.
Ew.
I think I can differentiate between the two of them. He's a little bit bigger than the other guy.
You called the cops on Dad?
Should have went to your room.
Did he strike you?
No,
Has he ever hit you?
no, this is not about violence.
You're divorced then?
No, we're working on it. Right now we're separated.
Legally separate.
Well, there's not a court order, if that's what you mean, but we've been living apart for almost 2 weeks, give or take. I changed me.
I got it.
Oh.
Well, I really can't stand him.
This is gross.
Now he's gaslighting the shit out of her.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm sorry, officer. Where were we? I haven't been the most attentive husband lately. This is why.
Tell him he cooks meth.
She won't.
No. No.
Is it possible maybe he's broken any laws that you know of? Anything at all? Anything that we can work with here, just tell me. Even if you just got a suspicion of wrongdoing, I can work with that. I'll get him in the house for you.
Do it.
It's my mom's fault. She won't even say what my dad did, and it's because
Oh no. Oh no.
he didn't do anything. I don't know why she's being this way. My dad, he is a great guy.
Oh, it's a stalemate. Dang.
Match is crazy.
Happy housewarming, kid. Glad to see me. Thanks.
What are you gonna do, Jesse?
This is a woman with no cares.
Look at her.
Plotting
She's
away.
scheming. If he pees in the sink. Ugh. I can't watch this show. I can't watch this show anymore. Unfortunately, I'm tendering my resignation from this channel.
So close to what?
Tell her.
Skylar, I can't advise you properly if you don't give me all the facts. I'm your lawyer, not the police. My job is to protect you.
Oh boy.
My husband makes methamphetamine. Your husband's a drug dealer.
The manufacturer, technically, they call them cooks. I looked it up on the internet.
I'll go in ex parte to get a restraining order from the court today. If he comes anywhere near you and your children, he'll go straight to jail. No questions asked. This is a no-brainer. It's the best thing for you and your family.
Would agree.
Wow. Rationale.
Smart choices.
I don't want my son to find out that his father is a criminal.
Why?
I can't do that to him.
In the end, it may not be up to you.
I can't see why I should make this on my family when things may resolve themselves on their own without anyone else.
Well, that's a waiting game. Good God. Okay. Ah! No! Okay, hey.
Kill him. He's gonna kill him.
No way.
Now that I just lost my cool, you're gonna throw my title out.
Okay, Hank.
Dang.
Fought off two big dudes. No. What? Well, I guess he learned, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hanging back, saw a deal go down. I went outside to call it in. You stayed to keep an eye on the suspects. That's when they attacked you.
It's a good partner.
That is college tuition for Walter Jr. And Holly. 18 years down the road for Junior's physical therapy, his SAT tutor. It's money for groceries. So that money is for this roof over your head. The mortgage that you are not going to be able to afford on a part-time bookkeeper's salary when I'm gone. This money, I didn't steal it. It doesn't belong to anyone else. It's for nothing. You don't accept what I earned.
Oh yeah, I guess that really holds a mirror up to what you're doing over here, doesn't it?
Are they about to do it in the break room?
Aw, man. Yeah, looks like it.
There's just like a
Looks
vibe,
like it.
you know? Somebody I feel like I get always- Winnie a beanie.
Oh,
I always have the vibe. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh.
No.
Oh boy.
Ew, she's like the most dissatisfied person to watch do anything.
Hey, look.
It's just like,
That kiss was such a weird
it was
noise
very
after
loose.
it.
It was very loose.
You know what? Eric. Ah, that look.
What'd you say?
Are your kids home?
Are your kids home? Are your kids home? Oh, no.
It's begun. I would just like to say I called this in season 1. Called Signed, Sealed, Delivered.
Are you just trying to do that to make him want to leave you?
I just want to feel something.
No, I think that's her coping mechanism.
She's mad.
She's pissed. And now he's told her the truth and like what? She's supposed to feel bad for him?
Hey, Skyler. I'm, cooking dinner. Hot roast.
Pot roast. Delish.
Oh, there's some big old tomatoes in that salad.
I know. Quarter of a tomato. Hope you can fit all that in your mouth.
I think she just did.
Oh!
Look, I just want to say that I feel good about our talk this morning, and I'm very eager to hear what you're thinking. But, whenever you're ready, of course.
He's like, oh, I've turned a corner. Now I'm ready for it to be honest with you, so just deal with it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You're the one that's holding it
what
around.
do you think?
Honesty is good.
Is that what you just said?
Oh my gosh, Walt.
She's gonna tell him.
I'm having an affair.
Ted, I knew it.
Boys, dinner.
Woo!
Dang, that cut some deep nerves. Look at his face.
One big happy family.
Oh!
Gorgeous shot.
How's it feel, Walt?
Gorgeous shot.
Are you so happy you invited that other kid to be there?
Stinks.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
I mean,
so premeditated. Like,
I know.
she literally probably did the whole thing just for that moment right there.
yeah.
She was like rehearsing it on the way
I
home.
was wondering if she's just gonna like take this out and dump it over his
I know.
head
I
or
thought that was
something. I was
possible
like,
too, for sure.
Wow.
goodness.
I don't even know what to think.
There's a
I
lot.
wonder if it was like a one-time thing for her, or she's gonna keep dating the silver fox.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, did she just do it just so she could do that to Walt?
I guess time will tell. Yeah.
Well,
I'm feeling for Jesse. I'm feeling.
does that mean she took her baby with her when she went to his house to go sleep with him? And just like put the baby in the other room situation?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think
the
about that.
term nobody puts baby in the corner does not apply
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Well, that's upsetting.
They absolutely did put baby in the
They
corner.
were like, alright, Houston,
You face the wall.
give us about 20.
Good night. Wow, lots going on here. I can't get over the Jesse thing. Makes me sad.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't have many options, which
I wonder if he can cook without him.
Probably
see.
not. Probably not going to be as good.
Well, when he was trying to do it with Badger, he like knew it, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, but didn't he learn? Like, since then, didn't they
They've
make that
done a lot of
38
cooking
pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he knows what he's doing.
But how does he have all the materials? Wasn't it a whole thing for them to get the...
Well,
like substances?
that's true because they used up everything they had.
Right.
I doubt they'll do another episode of him getting stuff again. I mean, that seems pretty done.
Well, he already made it out there to cook it, so he has to have something.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Based on what I have seen from commenters talking about Walt's character development throughout the course of the show, I feel like this is like his last ditch effort at like
being Walter
I'm
White.
gonna be honest, and oh, it's so nice that I'm finally being honest, and just
Here's
accept
some
me as I am
honesty.
because I just want to have my family back. Because now I'm actually facing a consequence for something that I've done, and it's not going the way that he wants it to. And I think that he's going to completely snap back to being Heisenberg. And now that puts I still I don't know. I wonder if they come to like some sort of an agreement that it's like
An open marriage.
yeah, like he's just going to do what he wants and she's going to agree to keep half of the money or whatever, and she doesn't really care about him, but she's not going to squeal on him.
Well, what if she just did that so he'd give her the divorce?
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe.
you think because you told me the truth, we're all good and honest? We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure not. Like, that's, I don't know.
Well, there has to be something that makes him less Walter. You know, because that's right. Everybody in the comments keeps talking about
How, like, it's not even, like, it's not the worst that he gets.
Right.
So it's going to get worse.
Then there has to be things to make home life less Walter, past Walter, you know? It has to be a new new home setting for him to be able to be worse than what he's been so far.
And Gus obviously is, like, interested enough in his product that he's sticking his neck out with his relationship with the cartel.
Which is interesting.
Well, he seems to have a great belief that he will have no problem getting him to cook again.
Right.
He seems to think that they're still in business when Walter thinks it's done. So obviously Gus is not done with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Saul keeps pushing for them to keep cooking. So I'm wondering if that's who's putting pressure on Saul. Gus is.
Yeah. I think that's safe to assume.
Yep.
Because before, I mean, Saul didn't really care one way or another. He was just like, alright, I'll wash your money, be your person. But he seems a little too interested in keeping them going to think that he's just doing that on his own.
I don't know if I understand Skylar's like, I don't want the kids to know that about their father. I don't really understand that.
Maybe because, I mean, my sisters have gone through divorces, and they're very much like, you want to try and shield the kid from the negative as much as possible because you want to have the parents still loved by the child. Like, you don't want them to have their father figure ripped away from them. And
I mean, I think I get that, but like in this case,
It's
like
a 17-year-old and an
very
infant.
very
like,
different.
extra, because it's not like, oh, you cheated on me, like, which would be bad enough, but it's kind of like
Horrible
You are
dangerous.
Yeah, but it's
Like-
so it's bad enough she can't just tell Walter Jr., hey, your dad makes meth.
Exactly.
Keep that to yourself.
yeah, I think that like he's old enough to where it's like you're about to be like out of the house.
Right.
Like there's a certain level of like I'm not really going to be able to protect
Right.
you. And the lawyer is completely truthful.
Yeah.
Like she was like,
They're
if he
way
gets
too-
caught, it's going to be way worse because then you're going to be a liar too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which is like that's how divorce always happens. It's like you try to protect like the kids, and then the
It
kid
comes
finds
and
out
bites you
anyway,
anyways.
and then the kid doesn't trust both of the parents,
Mhm.
which really sucks. Like I think that inevitably, like the kid's going to be better off for knowing the truth and being able to like come to terms with like, yes, my dad did this, and like then if dad is repentant or whatever, then you can build back like a relationship. But if you don't know anything about
Just lies
what
on
is
lies.
going on, then you really don't have a real relationship anyway.
No.
So it's kind of like you're like perpetuating the same problem that you have, which is that the truth is not being told.
Hmm. Yeah. It's like kind of right now it feels exhausting. Like everyone, like these cousins of Tuco, the brothers, I'm assuming they're brothers, have like they're kind of hell bent on one thing, and Gus is holding them back, and then Gus is trying to prompt Jesse to get Heisenberg Walt to buy back in, and Jesse's barely holding his sanity and sobriety together, and Skylar's like has been striving to keep control of the situation. It is. It's like everyone's like bracing themselves against something.
This is using your hands, so.
Nah. It's so stressful. Everyone's just like holding something up the hill.
That's your hair, some.
Soon.
I'm interested to see how this goes next. Because obviously Jesse has to get back in touch with Walter.
And now Hank is
Going
Yeah.
back to Texas.
getting
is
into no
interesting.
good because he's having
He's having his own man issues.
post-traumatic reaction
Good grief.
to his.
Trying to prove to
inability
himself he
to-
can handle go back in the field like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
This will be fun.
I know. I'm ready. I feel like this one is setting us up for more down the line.
Are you happy with Skylar, or is it just?
I mean, I'm not
So
happy.
special.
I'm not happy with her
Question.
because it's like that's the wrong way to handle it for sure. But I think that I do definitely like understand her motivation. Whereas like there's been some things before that I'm like I do not get where you are coming from here. But this is like very like vindictive and just obviously like you
Matching
have
energy.
majorly pissed me off.
And we act
And
like
this is the thing that's going to majorly piss
Right.
you off.
we said it back in season 2. We're like, even outright aggression would be better than the passive aggression.
Well, yeah. And
So it's like this is almost
gaslighting
better, as horrible
Yeah,
as
the
it is.
so
gaslighting thing is like really upsetting.
Ew, it's
like the
so
cops
gross.
are there and he's like hanging out with the baby. He's like, we've had some rough times. It's like,
Well, and that's how he does it. Like he gaslights her all the
haven't been
time.
very
He did that to
And then
Jesse.
she comes home and he's like, "We had such a good talk this morning. Isn't it great to be
honesty
honest
is
together?"
always better.
Like
oh my gosh.
it's infuriating. I mean, it's terrible, but I'm kind of glad that she did something to be like,
Yeah.
no, your
Yeah.
manipulative crap isn't going to work on me. We're not okay. Let me throw this in your face and show you.
I mean,
that we're not
I
okay."
almost feel like
I mean,
in a way, like it was like maybe the only thing that could alert him to the fact that like this is actually how I feel about you.
because he doesn't listen to
Yeah.
what she says.
Because
Yeah.
she says whatever and he doesn't really care, and he just like runs over her with all of whatever his theories and ideas are. So like really the only way that she can cause him to react the way that he reacted, which is very like, I finally have nothing to say with my
Yeah.
stupid downturned mouth. I'm just gonna stand here with a bag of croutons and like stare into
Make
the
me
abyss.
the worst
like,
salad ever.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
Bite-sized pieces. Nobody wants to eat a quarter of a tomato. What are we doing?
I would like to just say for the record, though, that Skylar's method of seducing Silver
So
Fox is
uncomfortable.
really uncomfortable to watch.
Uncomfy.
Starting with the leaning back against the copy machine,
Yeah.
followed by like the weird like
It's the loose
hand-
lip kiss. It's
the loose
like,
lip kiss, and then the noise,
The
like,
noise.
like,
and
and then the like I'm gonna stand here while people like walk into the break room like caressing my own
we're
lip.
both just panting.
It's just weird.
Yeah.
She's just really
So
over the top about
uncomfortable.
things.
We absolutely knew what that kiss would be like based on the way she sang that song.
and
we
he was like,
absolutely.
Yes.
No, I can't do.
I'm so uncomfortable.
my cerebellum just fell out of the back of my
Oh, okay.
Man, executive
Woo!
functioning at an all-time low.
Let us say our goodbyes.
Farewell.
And
Please
we'll-
like us and
Just people.
please like us in general, but then also like us with the thumb and the bell and the Patreon.
all the things.
We bless you in Jesus' name.